perfect example of a cruise knock in these cars. So a viewer was asking me, or I was trying to explain to a guy, why my dam went down like 2 years ago, whenever it was, and it went back up on long trips. I didn't reset the tune or anything. I just drove a little differently. So I've been driving for about an hour, and I want to show you what I'm talking about with this cruise knock. So for some reason, on low RPMs, let me get into the gear. Alright, so I'm in 5th gear at like 50 miles per hour, a little bit over 2,000 RPMs. I barely touch the pedal. That's what I get on the Fine Knock Learn. It goes like a 1.05. It goes away as I go to a higher speed. Okay, the only other way it goes away, if I don't go faster or a higher speed, is if I downshift. I have to downshift to like 4th gear. I don't know what it is. There's something. I don't know if it's just my car or these cars in general, Focus, but for some reason, every now and then I get that. Nothing crazy. It's done it for the last 3 years. And when I'll just call out the guy and explain the guy. You know, everybody knows the guy. I'm not going to hide it. So I contacted the guy from, what is it, Mikey Body, whatever it is. I believe that's his name. I believe that's who it is. I'd have to look at my emails. When I contacted him about an e-tune, explained that I never get any feedback knock or fine knock learn during full throttle. I explained this to him, and he basically told me that I will always have cruise knock. It's called cruise knock, and I will always have it. It won't go away, even with the e-tune or pro tune. So that is why when people knock off the shelf tunes, I'm not saying off the shelf tunes or maps are 100% great. It's made for everybody's car. It's just like a one size fits all. You know, I know if you get an e-tune or a pro tune, it's like getting a tux fitted to your body. I still believe in the e-tunes, but this particular gentleman told me that for my case that it wouldn't help me. He claimed that cruise knock is always going to be there. So even with him doing the e-tune on my car, I was still going to get cruise knock. So when he told me that, I was like, well, yeah, I'm not going to spend $400 to $600 if I'm going to get the same results. So I just made this video because I had watched Subi Speed's video on I'm sorry, not Subi Speed, MA Performance, on some crap about you know, mods and, you know, what the car can handle, and, you know, that they have a glass transmission. I'm not so sure they have a glass transmission. I think the transmission is pretty good in my opinion. I'm hoping he met like the 15's back, because I know they had a little bit of transmission problems. To me, I don't think there's anything wrong with the transmission in the FA motors. They have a little bit of a weak clutch, but that was kind of upgraded in the 18s. So everybody's got their own opinion, but I got a little aggravated reading people's comments. Everybody's saying off-the-shelf maps will blow your car won't last long. Well, 40,000, I mean, I'm saying 40,000 because I'm at 48,000. 40,000 miles I've been on stage 1. MA Performance, 93 octane. Never had any issues. It's been to the dealer about 15 times, as you guys know. No issues. The only issue I've had was the steering rack internal failure, and the pressure plate from the factory was defective. So that's why all that was replaced with the throttle bearing and all that crap. That's why I was getting the squeak and all that junk. Clutch was replaced. So yeah, I'm not saying that run off, you know, off the shelf map from everybody is going to be 100% perfect. Every car is different. I mean, I would say if it doesn't work right for your car, I would invest in the e-tune for sure. But if it's getting the job done and it's not having any issues and you're not getting any feedback knock at full throttle, I mean, I get nothing. I get no. mean, that to me is the more dangerous thing. If the faster you go and the more till you go red line, if you're not getting any feedback knock or fine knock learn around that, that's what I would be concerned about. I mean, so the cruise knock does get a little aggravating because, you know, if I do drive like that for so long without downshifting or kind of like pushing down the gas a little differently, my dam will go down, and then I have to drive a certain way for like a week for it to go back up. The thing I did notice too, and I'm not a tuner so I don't know, is the only other way I can get this to stop when it does pop up once every couple weeks is I would have to, what the hell is that car doing? I would have to turn off the car, turn it back on, and it goes away. So I don't know. Maybe it's just something with the car. I don't know. But just wanted to put that out there that off-the-shelf maps aren't always bad, especially from MA Performance. Now, I can't knock anybody else's. I ran Cobb's for maybe 15 minutes, and I personally didn't like it. So, I know I don't have the fastest car in the world. I would probably say to the wheels, with the tune, the exhaust, probably at 240 to the wheels, 245 if that. My goal one day is to hit, doesn't sound like a lot, I've said it before, my goal is to be at 275, 280 to the wheels. That closer to 300, that's plenty for a daily driver for me. Because I'm a realist. I don't have money to blow on my car. Yeah, I know they can handle about 350 to the wheels. It's the torque that kind of screws this car up. The rods are the weak link. But, you know, I could probably push it 340, 350 if I got a really good Pro Tune. But then I always risk my chances. So this is my daily driver, and it runs fine. I am considering 100% getting an intake and a boom bypass valve. And something smells in my car. I can't figure out what the smell is. It smells musty. So I'm considering getting one or the other, or if not both. Probably the bypass valve first. That's probably what I'll do. But if I'm down there, why not do the intake? I don't know. I'll have to do some research about the MA Performance intake. So, to see if anybody had any problems with them or anything like that. But, you know, I am in Florida, so I know it's not going to really benefit me all the time. But the bypass valves to me seems like a cheap kind of mod. I think it's like 160, 180 bucks. It sounds badass. You don't need a tune for it. They say 15 horsepower. I don't know if that's true. I'd be happy with 5 horsepower more. To me, you may get something out of it if your stock plastic one leaks. Then, you know, my wife just walked out. I'm gonna act like I'm jerking off. Watch this. Okay. Shh. Shh. What? Ew. You sicko. Okay, that's all for the video, guys. Bye.